My heart hammered so violently I was convinced David could hear it. I lay stiff in our bed, eyes slitted just enough to see him crouched by the window, prying up the floorboards with a precision that chilled me. This wasn't my husband, the man who kissed my forehead each morning and brewed me tea every night. This was someone else entirely. The sound was faint, wood scraping against wood, then a dull metallic glint. David lifted a box from beneath the floorboards, metal catching. The glow of the hall light. He opened it carefully, reverently. Inside were stacks of papers, photographs, and booklets I recognized instantly. Passports. Not one, several, all with his face, all with different names. I wanted to leap up to demand answers, but instinct screamed, "Stay still, pretend, breathe slow." If he suspected I was awake. I didn't know what would happen because I already knew the truth about the tea. For weeks, I'd ignored that bitter edge beneath the chamomile. I told myself it was stress, exhaustion, maybe even an allergy. The unnatural heaviness of my sleep, like falling into a void, wasn't normal. Neither was the way my purse was sometimes shifted. My laptop warm when I hadn't touched it. I brushed it off until suspicion gnawed too deep to ignore. 3 hours earlier, when David placed my nightly tea in front of me, I'd pretended, smiled, lifted the mug to my lips without swallowing, then drained it into the sink the moment he left the room, refilled with water and honey, staged the empty cup. His satisfied good girl made my skin crawl. That night, I forced myself into bed, feigning drowsiness. When David checked if I was asleep, whispering my name, even shaking me gently, I didn't move. He believed it. He went downstairs, speaking in that sharp foreign lilt I'd heard before. For an hour, I lay frozen until he returned to the bedroom. And instead of climbing into bed beside me, he went straight to the window. And that's when I saw the box. He sifted through the contents papers, photographs of women. Women who weren't me. Its expression wasn't loving. It was cold, calculating, triumphant. It's the smile of a stranger. I had to back up. Had to understand how I'd ended up lying in bed, terrified of my own husband. It started weeks ago. It's been drowning in work. The Morrison account devouring my hours. David had been his usual attentive self, cooking, asking about my day, handing me my tea with that same gentle smile. But the nights blurred together. I'd fall into blackness minutes after drinking, waking groggy and disoriented. At first, I thought I was simply overtired, until small things kept shifting. My phone left where I hadn't placed it. My laptop closed when I'd left it open. Once I woke to find my work papers shuffled. I confessed my unease to Emma, my best friend. She didn't laugh. "Sarah, this isn't nothing. If you're sure, you need to find out what's happening." Her advice gnawed at me until I gave in to paranoia. I filmed myself. The next morning, dread twisted my stomach as I scrolled through hours of footage. And there it was, David entering our bedroom long after I was out cold. Standing over me, testing my eyelids, smiling when I didn't stir. Then rummaging through my purse, photographing my ID, my credit cards, my work badge, sitting at my laptop, typing with ease. He knew my password. He combed through my files, my email, even my banking dot, and then the phone call. My phone picked. Up enough. The timeline is good. She doesn't suspect. The medication works perfectly. He has more resources than the others. The others, I sat frozen, replaying the words, my body numb. The man I loved was stripping me of everything while I lay unconscious in my own bed. Emma was the one who pieced the rest together. She spent days digging, her voice shaking when she finally called me. "Sarah, he isn't who you think he is." Number. Employment records matched. His social security number didn't check out. His social media accounts had all been created just 7 years ago, 1 year before I met him. No history existed before then. His entire identity had been manufactured. "Sarah," Emma whispered, "David Mitchell doesn't exist." And based on the phone call, "I don't think you're his first." The FBI had a term, romance scammers. Men who created false lives, lured women in, stole everything, then disappeared. But Emma's research hinted at something darker. There were missing women whose lives matched the pattern. Women who never reappeared. That night, I staged another performance. Emma watching from a distance and a detective's team waiting nearby. I drank just enough of the tea to feign drowsiness, but remain alert. Hours later, David returned to the bedroom, checked me like always, then pulled up the floorboards again. What I saw confirmed everything. Stacks of cash, multiple passports, with his face under different names, and photographs. Women with dark hair, my age, some candid, taken without their knowledge. And then a newspaper clipping, Seattle woman missing. Jennifer Walsh. The resemblance to me was startling. David made a call in that unfamiliar accent. Everything is on schedule. Counts ready. Flight booked Thursday. No loose ends this time. Then he pulled out a vial of liquid and a syringe. His whisper sliced through me. Sorry, Sarah. You've served your purpose. My fingers shook as I texted Emma under the covers. The police uncovered the box the next morning. Cash, forged documents, files on multiple women: Jennifer from Seattle, Lisa from San Francisco, Maria from Phoenix, Amanda from Denver. And one on me. Detailed, complete. At the bottom, a handwritten timeline. It ended with final cleanup. Thursday, that night, wired with hidden microphones, I confronted him. I know about the tea. His mask slipped instantly. No tenderness, just cold calculation. You recorded me. His voice was different now, edged with that foreign accent. I know about Jennifer Walsh. I know about the passports. I know. You were planning to kill me on Thursday. He smiled, the kind of smile that didn't reach the eyes. You want to know who I am? I'm the man who takes everything. Your money, your name, your life. And then I vanish. You are going to be the last one. He stood, moving toward me. His hand dipped into his pocket, and then a voice filled the room. David Mitchell, whoever you are, this is the Portland Police. Step away from Sarah. The house is surrounded. The dining room exploded with motion. Officers burst inside. David lunged for the stairs but was tackled, pinned, handcuffed. His real accent bled through as he spat. You don't understand. You'll never be safe. We have friends, resources. But he was wrong. His name was Victor Petro. The FBI had been chasing him for years. The women in the photos, his wives, were dead. Jennifer Walsh's body was found in a lake. The poison in his vial matched the toxin in her system. At trial, the evidence crushed every defense. He was sentenced to life without parole. I couldn't stay in Portland. The house was poisoned with memories. Moved, rebuilt, healed. Years passed before I could drink tea again. Longer still before I could trust. But I survived, and now I tell my story to help others. I work with the FBI's victim services, guiding women targeted by men like Victor. Because monsters don't wear fangs or claws. Sometimes they wear wedding bands. Sometimes they kiss your forehead goodnight. And sometimes the man you love most is the one planning your death.